why are we not able to bring this version of a child out as teachers? What is so hard? And I am here to tell you it's because we have accepted the norm. We have accepted a comfort zone. And a comfort zone, for me, it is a very dangerous space to be in. And why do we allow to be in a comfort zone? We get into a comfort zone because, okay, there's quick money. Yes, I can pay my rent, I can pay my food, I can buy my food, I can pay my electricity, pay for my water. We get comfortable because, well, everyone else also is going through the same thing in my staff room, so why should I worry about, you end up becoming part of the masses. So hata wengine wanaumia. So so you don't become the best version of yourself. So when everybody's complaining in the staff room, you're also complaining with them. When everybody is fighting, you're also fighting with them. But you're forgetting that you were called into that passionate career, into that education space, because you had something unique you needed to bring into the world. There is a group of 1 million kids that need to hear from you who you are and why you came into the world. Maybe, I'm just saying 1 million, maybe it's just 10 or maybe 20 or maybe 1,000. But there's a group of people that God created you for. And that's why God called you to be a teacher. Because when we are joining this teaching career, we're saying it's because we love teaching. Then we get in and like, oh my, how do I pay my rent? One of the things I am very concerned about in Kenya is the food program. The food program, it's good. It's a good program. It takes care of hungry children in our schools, but they forget even the teachers are hungry. They don't remember that a teacher is also coming from, because they are not well paid, they are also hungry teachers. We are having people, right now we are talking about issues of SHA. We are wondering why SHA, who's going to pay for that medical bill? Who's paying for them? It's quite difficult. And it's an interesting concern. And for me, having fallen in love with teachers, and the reason why I did that, it's because after I graduated, I went to, my first job was in the banking sector. So I worked in the bank for 12 years. Then something bad happened during the interbank games, and I had a spine injury. And so now I needed to do therapy and still go to work. And the friends that I got, I needed extra money now because the funds that I was getting in the bank were not sufficient for me to also cover my therapy every day. And so I got a part-time job. My friends gave me an opportunity to get a part-time job at Strathmore University. And the experience of teaching at Strathmore was beautiful. I was treated like I was part of them. It's a very beautiful, I still believe it is. It's one of the best, most beautiful environments for a teacher to work in. And when I was there, I asked myself, I can give back to this, to so many people as a teacher than I can as a bank official. And so I resigned from the bank and decided to go into teaching full-time. And that's where the challenges began. Because now I started understanding what are these challenges teachers face. Because now I wanted it as a full-time, to be a full-time teacher. And so I meet my first my first lady friend called Judy. We had just graduated with her, and she tells me, I want to do ECD. ECD is early child development education. And she calls me and she's telling me she cannot believe what is going on in school when she's doing her teaching practice. The teacher was arrogant, was beating other children, and these are small kids. ECD is children below 5 years, I think 7 years. And these children have so many, they are just coming to learn. But you find the teacher is abusing them and asking them, why are you not able to write? They were brought to you for you to teach them to write and to speak, but you're already pushing them around. And she was in trauma. My friend Judy said, I'm going to start my own academy and be able to do ECD in a better way. Right now, I think I don't know whether her academy is going on, but she's been able to write a book, and I love what she's doing, because when she saw that, it was really, really bad. The next person that I met was James. I had an opportunity to go and teach in Rwanda. And when I went to Rwanda, no one prepared me for the language barrier. And so I imagined how many teachers in Kenya, when they are being transferred to different schools, go without any orientation, or when they arrive, there is no orientation, there is no induction, you're supposed to figure out things for yourself. You go look for your own house, you're in a foreign place, a foreign tribe. Maybe you're going to an Asal area, you've been in the highlands, like the people who have grown up in central province of Kenya, or the highlands of Kenya, and then you're told you're going to Mandera, to a school in Mandera, and no one prepares you for the culture shock. They just tell you, you already graduated, so you go. They don't, so that's the same experience I had when I was in Rwanda. And I asked my friend James, how do you do this? Why are you doing this? How do you live like, and he's been there for 6 years. And he tells me that I have to do this because I have children to feed, I have a wife to take care of. And so he had a very difficult time. The food, the place to live was difficult. You have to look for a place yourself. You have to be intentional about eating properly. You have to be intentional about taking care of your mind, mental health. Otherwise, you break down. Well, I didn't last 6 months. I didn't last a year. I lasted 6 months. And I was back. That was 2019. And I was very sick, especially mentally. Luckily, my sister, I stayed with my sister. And that year is when COVID struck, the COVID pandemic. Wow. But because I was with family, I managed to relax. I managed to take care of my health. I had good support, and I recovered quickly. But then also during that quiet time, I asked myself, how many teachers go through this? No one takes care of their health. No one takes care of their induction or orientation. No one even looks at, I understand that the evaluators of the government, they come in later after you've settled in your class. The only thing they want to do is to see, did you do this correctly? They don't look at where where do you stay? How do you live? What keeps you going? How do you take care of, are you okay with your family? So that they understand why you're not able to bring out this best thing in this child. It's a very sad situation. Very, very sad. And so for me, I also had the same challenge. I had difficulty when I was at Strathmore, Because having come from a banking sector, which is 100% fintech, so you are using technology all the time, and then you go to the classroom and everything is manual. And I'm asking, I thought you guys have a system, an LMS, a learning management system in the school. Can I use it? And they tell me, no, we only use it for posting books and posting articles. We don't use it for learning. So it is just used for communication and distribution of resources. And I was traumatized. I couldn't understand. So when I went to South Africa, to the University of Cape Town, and they told me it is possible for you to use education, to use digital skills, digital tools to complete the whole learning process, from creation of questions, creation of content that is to be read, to the creation of assessment papers, auto-grading and auto-marking, then generation of reports, everything. It is possible. I asked myself, then why don't I come and do that here in Kenya? And so the next thing I did was I set up a company, Firefly EdTech Solutions, to do that. And that one is still running. So we're still working on building the best assessment solution for the Kenyan education market, because we know there are some infrastructural issues that we need to consider. And but at the end of the day, my concern was, how do we take care of this teacher to be the best person? And so most of the things that I'm going to do in this YouTube channel, will relate to building the teacher to be a good person, a better person, to know their purpose, to be the best skilled digitally, to be more confident, and to prepare themselves for this aspect keeps being told in right now. The future of education is AI. The future of education is digital. The future of education is online assessments, online proctoring. And what does that mean? Are you losing your job? No. You have so much more to do as a teacher in tech than before. You're just replacing papers to tech, but it to be more fun. So in our next podcast, my fellow teachers, I am going to explain, and we are going to talk about how do we get out of these comfort zones that we have had. A comfort zone. Let me just explain what a comfort zone is. Our comfort zone is a space where we are always, it's a place of failure. It's a place of stagnation. It's a place of hesitation. It's a place of missed opportunities, and we have to get out of that. What is the price that you have been paying for being in that comfort zone? And how do we get out of that so that we can be the best teachers for the future of education, AI in education, and digital learning across our country and the continent? And so with that, I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. And please click and subscribe, like. The channel is Frida, Lady Entrepreneur. Bye.